Hey guys, I'm Sean, and I am an ARKaholic. And before getting into this episode, guys, I want to make a really, really awesome announcement that I got this morning, and I'm really excited about it. Woke up this morning, got the crusties in my eyes, I'm wiping them off and everything, and the first thing I see on the phone is we've officially hit 10,000 subscribers, which is really, really awesome, guys. It's really humbling. It's really awesome that you guys really enjoy this content. You guys have been there since day one. Thank you so much for all your support, honestly. It's a really cool feeling, honestly, to hit that kind of milestone. And even on YouTube Studio, it says like, hey, you hit 10,000. Really, really cool feeling, guys. Thank you so much for it. And thank you for all the support. And I hope that we can get to the next milestone. What's that going to be? 25, 50? I don't know. This Carbo is really wanting to get into the shots, if I'm going to be honest. What level are you, buddy? You're level 95. Okay, not too bad. Not great, though. But a couple things I want to talk about straight away before we get into this one. I did get a couple of comments asking these. So first thing I want to do is pull up the map, because I did get a couple of comments asking where the heck we are. We are at 16.4 latitude, 22.3 longitude. We are here on Ragnarok. Honestly, guys, if you are checking out Ragnarok, spawn into Jungle 1. You will literally be standing pretty much right in the spot that we're standing now. I mean, it's right there pretty much. I got another person asking about how did I hide my hat. So I am going to press and hold the B button. That's going to bring up the wheel. Going to go to emotes. Going to go to this icon, which is show hat. And there you go. And we're going to rinse and repeat. So B, make sure you're holding it. Emotes, hide hat. And there you go. Now, granted, guys, if you are playing on other platforms, if you're on PC, your buttons are going to be a little bit different, so figure it out from there. I don't know. And finally, the last thing I want to talk about, well, two more things. I did head over to the obelisk in order to get the rest of our stuff. Kind of made a couple of trips back and forth and everything. I did try to kill and successfully killed a couple of ichthyornises on the way, because I realized editing the last episode, we did get a loot box. And I didn't actually grab it. So we did get some Pegomastec claws, which is really, really frustrating. I thought it was going to be kind of like a box like similar to what you have when you kill an aloe or something like that. Like that kind of box, right? No, it's something that just flies out of the creature. So that's a thing that we really need to look out for. But yeah, in the last episode, I did spot that we did get one Pegomastec's claws. Now, unfortunately, after the episode ended, I went back over to that area after realizing maybe, hopefully, that we could pick it up. But no, it wasn't there. But it's good to know for the future. It's basically just a box. It's kind of like when we throw a box on the ground. That's what happens to the creature when it dies. It kind of just throws a box. So we got to keep that in mind. Last thing I want to talk about is, what mods did we add to the series? Because I did put out a poll in the last episode asking what you guys want to see. Did you guys want to see the Arkology mod? Did you guys want to see the Paleo Ascension mod? And did you guys want to see the Paleo Evolution mod, which the Evolution version is the Rex and the Giga, if you guys aren't aware. So I was all for, and editing Sean, future Sean, make sure you put up the poll right now so everybody could see the landslide that we had of all three. And I am all for that, guys. I'm all for 3. I think you guys hear that there's a bit of a problem, though, because there is. I did get a couple of comments saying, hey, just a heads up, test the mods first, because all 3 together can make the game a little wonky. And I know I got a couple of people saying that. Thank you for telling me that. Honestly, huge thank you for telling me that, because the game did get a little wonky. I went ahead and went over to center with a brand new character, threw the 3 mods on there just to see what the heck would happen. And first of all, if you want a lot of creatures spawning in, put all 3 at once. I mean, it was excessive. It kind of felt like we were playing on PC. That many creatures were spawning in. It was crazy on the center near Blue Ob. Now, here's a couple of good things and a couple of bad things about each mod. And we'll start with Arkology specifically, because Arkology was the, I guess, least voted one specifically, but I guess it could also be the most voted because it was part of the 3, so I don't know how you want to put it. But Arkology, a couple things I love about it. I love the fact that there are a bunch, and when I say a bunch, there are a bunch of creatures that are in this mod. They all have really unique designs. There's also alpha variants, so you can fight an alpha Dillo. Heck, you can fight an alpha Quetzal. I even saw over on the center, I ended up seeing an alpha mammoth that you can fight. Like, that's cool. To me, I feel like the game does need more alphas and stuff like that. Now, granted, it's just a reskin. The sizes of the creatures are the same, and they pretty much just have a red glow or a red aura to them, which is completely fine. No big deal. The mod is about to celebrate, or has officially celebrated, its 1-year anniversary, which is why it has all these creatures in it. There was like a massive update to the game. The designs are really, really cool, but my biggest issue with it is it spawns so many creatures in. Every creature I saw was like an Arkology creature, honestly. If I had any, not gripes, I don't want to use that word. If I had any recommendations to the creator of the mod, and, you know, each person's going to be a little bit different with how they take this. Some people like to see a million creatures and everything, but here's my thing. If you're going to have the Arkology creatures in here, you also want to make sure that they're rare enough that when you see them, you're like, oh, ooh, you know, that's an Arkology creature. I need to get that now. I felt like I was seeing more Arkology creatures than vanilla creatures, if that makes sense. So that would be my only thing. And maybe there is a way to fix it. Probably on PC, there's a way to drop into the INI files and change that. But for console players, we're kind of stuck with what the mod has given. So my recommendation would be maybe give us a setting on the side. And maybe there is. Maybe I just haven't noticed it or anything yet. Maybe I didn't notice it on the center. But give us a way to be able to level out the spawns, because the spawns do get a little excessive, I'm going to be honest. But one really good thing about that mod is you can actually breed Arkology creatures with vanilla creatures. I ended up getting myself a vanilla dodo and an Arkology dodo. They were both like level 20, so it was really, really easy. Speaking of which, that's an Arkology creature right there, which is kind of what I wanted to try to address before we got to that point, but I guess the cat's out of the bag, guys. Yes, I did end up, long story short, adding the Arkology creatures into the game, and I guess I'll take a few minutes to explain why, because I love the Paleo mod. I absolutely love it. It was working great. The only problem is the Paleo Ascension mod and the Arkology mod clash with each other, and I wasn't getting the Paleo Ascension creatures to spawn in, and the only way I can get them to spawn in was to get rid of the Arkology mod. Now, here's the way I look at it, and this was my biggest gripe with the Paleo mods. With the Paleo mods, because I actually went ahead and force-tamed a Rex to just kind of see this, if you have a vanilla Rex, right, you can change it over to a Paleo Rex as long as you have the mod on, which is perfect. You can't go back. Once you've made that switch, that's it. You can't get any. That's it. So here's my issue. What if at some point the game has an issue and the mod breaks? We've literally just lost potential Rexes and Gigas and all that kind of stuff in the future. Now, as I said before, I'm trying to put myself... Why can I not go over to third? Thank you. Now, as I said before, with the Arkology mod, you can actually breed vanillas with Arkology creatures. So here's kind of my plan. I did go ahead and add the Arkology mod as of this moment into the series, because once we get to the point that we are even thinking about Rexes and thinking about Gigas and stuff, I want to make sure that I always have a vanilla perfect male and a vanilla perfect female at the ready at all times. I think you guys are starting to understand how this is going to make a little sense, because if the mod breaks, we don't lose our perfect Rexes. We don't lose our perfect Gigas. All I have to do is just breed the Rexes and Gigas again, and then get the Evo Rex Giga once the game is working again, or once the mod is working again. So we are technically having all three mods running into the series. They are just not going to be simultaneously working together, if that makes sense. So Arkology is going to be part of early game. And once we get to that point, I think we're going to go ahead and tame a vanilla Rex and a vanilla Giga. And then at that point, we'll go ahead, add the mod, and Then we will go ahead and tame a Paleo Rex and a Paleo Giga because we have to experience it. It's absolutely insane. I've only seen it done. I haven't actually physically done it, but we have to experience that, honestly. That is just insane. But I always want to have vanilla variants as my perfect males and perfect females for any mod we throw into the series here, just so we don't end up having a crash, just so we end up not having an issue, and we end up having to take multiple steps back because we're losing creatures over it, if that makes sense. I know it's a long-winded response, but I'm trying to do my best to just make sure that everybody's on the same page with me, pretty much. So you are getting your wish of the 60 or 70-ish% of you saying that you wanted all three. They're just coming at different times, and I'm pretty sure this is an Arkology. Unless it's a really nice-looking Dillo. It's not going to tell me here. Maybe it would. Maybe it was just a nice-looking Dillo. I could have sworn that was an Arkology one. I do want my spear back, though. Give me that spear. Thank you. I did see that other Dillo in the area, so I want to go ahead and maybe take care of that first. By the way, the reason why we're gathering resources is we're building our base today, and we're going to build it right out here. And I'm really hoping that I kind of want to do like a little beach one, right? But I'm hoping that maybe right back here we could have like a raft potentially. I don't think we're at the level of a raft yet, but maybe after building we will. And I'm kind of hoping that this, although it's pretty shallow, I'm hoping that the raft can get through here because I think it would be a nice little beach bungalow setup that we can kind of get with, right? And I don't think we're at the level yet for the template hammer. Once we're at that point, forget it. We'll be having a lot of fun with base building. But for right now, where is this Dillo? Is it over there? Okay, there is a Dillo there. I don't know if that's the same one. Just making sure nothing else is around me. I think this is... I know I said it before. I think this is an Arkology one. Oh, God. Okay. Nope. Does it tell me? No, it doesn't. I'm curious if once you kill the creatures, because that really did look like an Arkology one, but I think it would be really interesting for them to spawn in this quickly, because I did not do a dino wipe or anything like that. So maybe they were just normal Dillos. Maybe they just looked a little bit nicer, you know? I don't think we're going to see any Arkology creatures in this area until we officially leave this area and then come back at a later point. Then I think the Arkology creatures would start spawning in. Or because I am killing a couple creatures here and there, we might start getting them too. But anyways, there was an update to the game. Now, granted, it has nothing to do with this, but because there was an update to the game, I want to break a couple of these. Maybe we can get that metal pick. I don't think it's gonna happen. No, it's not gonna happen, son of a bitch. All right, it's fine. It is what it is. I also do need to break these though, just to kind of get them out of the way for right now. Plus, we can always use the resources. We can use the little bit of metal because eventually we will have to make a metal pick. Alright, you might be in the way. I don't really know if these little rocks are going to be an issue, but I guess we might as well go ahead and do that now anyways. But yeah, let's get this repaired. And then I think we're just going to go ahead and just take everything out here. We got 200 there. Got all this here. We got all this here. Let's repair you if I can. Perfect. What do I have thatch related wise? Are we even at wood? Oh, I can make the... I can make this. I can make the mountain backpack. Okay, where's our hide? I was going to say, give me my mountain backpack. Oh my god. Why did I not see that? There we go. But you know what it probably is? Because when I was making the trip back and forth and I went ahead and killed a couple of Ichthyornises and stuff like that, I did get a couple of levels. So we are currently sitting at level 10. I think we ended off the last episode at level 8, if I'm not mistaken. So that's why we have a little bit of a difference in level, guys. Do we have a pike? We do. Okay, I can throw you out then. And I can throw you guys out. And I think we're good. Okay, good. Now, what do I want to make? I want to also make bolas. I think bolas are going to be really important. We only have 4 as of now. Are there any more stones? There's a lot of flint. Yeah, we got a couple stones. Okay. You know what? I know it's going to make us really encumbered, but I'm just going to get all my materials because I do need to do a little bit of organization here. This is looking pretty rough straight from the get-go. And I know, yeah, that's a lot of stuff, but I can make 6 as of right now. Cool. Okay, so we'll make 6. And I think what we'll do is we're going to remove the sword, and we're going to put bolas in its place for right now. I think eventually I may go ahead and change the spear out for the sword or the pike anyways. But yeah, for now, we'll kind of leave it like that. And you guys get to see me do a little bit of organization here. Or at least attempt to. All right, I guess we'll just take everything out and then start from the top. Okay, so the first top one's going to be just kind of miscellaneous stuff. So let's throw you in here. We already have 12 metal, guys. Wow. Okay, I don't need you. All right, we'll also throw the arrows in there while we're at it. Next one will be consumables, which is basically just going to be these guys. Now, I could cook up that meat, but we do already have 50 meat, so I kind of almost want to split this, right? No, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. And then down here is going to be materials. Now, as of now, we're not going to need flint. We're not going to need stone. We won't need any more hide for the meantime because we are going to start doing a little bit of building here. So this base is going to be made out of thatch. I do want it raised up a little bit. So we are going to start out with, I'm going to say 2 thatch pillars and a ceiling. And a ramp. Then after that, we're going to need maybe, we'll do 10 of these. And then we'll do 7 of these just to kind of see where the heck we're at that point. Now, this should get us a level. Oh, God. You see that XP bar? Boop. Oh, God. I mean, we will get a level, but still, that is, yeah, that's 0.25 XP, guys. That is what 0.25 XP does to you. I will say, with 0.25 XP, your hardest and most grindy day is day 1. That's pretty much it. Once you get your base done, you're good. And especially if you get to the point, I think it's the next level, if I'm going to be honest. Once you're in wood, forget it, which we are. Next level's wood. That's crazy. So maybe we're actually going to go ahead and not even do thatch. We might just upgrade to wood, which again is going to propel us to get more levels. And then it's just a slippery slope from there, guys. But we're looking pretty good. 7 more. Are we? Yeah, we should get the level at this point, right? It's going to be close. Wow, I didn't even think it was going to be this close to get that level. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and put this into weight. I know this map is naturally a very, very cold map. But here's the thing. If we potentially, early in the series, find ourselves a spring drakeling, you don't even have to do fortitude. That's it. You're good. You're done. Which is insane. Honestly, it's insane that you're able... We didn't get a level from that. Oh, wow. Okay. So you know what? I'm actually going to take these 2 things out because that'll give us enough room to just put these in, and that'll keep our weight down. Okay, but here's kind of what I want to do. I think I want the base to be like... I want this to be the middle ground, right? So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start with... You know how I should have done this? I should have done this by putting a foundation down first, then putting the... Nah, it's fine. We'll eyeball this. I'm thinking like here. What about a half? Nah, let's do a full. Unless... No, let's do a full. That's fine. Now, I'm going to want... Yes. Now, no. Because do I want... Because here's kind of what I'm thinking. I kind of want to do this. And we'll do a ramp just to kind of give you guys an idea, but I kind of want to have it where it's side to side to get into the base. And then the actual house is going to be this next foundation. So, you know, we'll kind of work with this, but we'll probably make a couple of moves. I'm going to be honest, guys, that's why I don't really like building on camera, because I make so many changes to it. It's impossible to keep up with what the heck I'm doing. But anyways, all right, so what was the design I kind of had in my head? I think I kind of want to do... And there's the level. Awesome. Okay. Let's go ahead and put that in. And we are going to do weight. And we are currently level 11, and we have now unlocked wood. Actually, what if we did this instead? What if I... Maybe doing half is going to be better. Let's do the half pillar instead. Because now, of course, this is kind of what happens, guys. I literally go ahead and I start making a base, and then I'm like, well, what if we did this instead? All right, let's put one pillar here. And let's put a ceiling just to see if we kind of have it the way I want it lined up. It is. Okay. I think this is going to be a little bit nicer in my opinion, but let's give this a shot first. Or do I just want to make the ramp here? Maybe I just want to make the... Yeah, I want to make the ramp here. That's fine. Why are you not snapping to the right spot? That's silly. That's very silly. Why are you not snapping? What? Why? What? Stairs work that... What? Why can't I get the ramp to go the way that I want it? That's insane, isn't it? Like, I can get you this way. All right, let's go to first person. Like, why? Why is it every angle I can do? Heck, I can make a weird-looking ramp like this if I want. And probably put another one on the opposite side. But I can't get you to snap. Oh, there we go. Okay, that was silly. Yeah, maybe we'll just go ahead and kind of do like a little bit of a... Requires foundation support. That's okay. All right. We'll just put one there for now. I don't fully plan on it being like just a bridge out here. I'm just trying to get an idea of where this... You know what? I think that's actually good enough because we got to think that the boat is going to come here anyways. We don't really have a lot of foundations to work with. Damn. Maybe I do have to go one in. I was about to use my spyglass to see what kind of parasaur that was. Maybe we do go one more. Let's go one more in. My other idea was literally just to run the ceilings in until it meshed with the ground. I just don't think that's going to happen. No. I think what's throwing me off, and it's kind of crazy, is the fact that I don't have the pillars here. And that's why I can't kind of like... piece it together, which is really silly, I know, but yeah, I kind of do like that design of having it side to side and not putting anything here. Maybe we'll put like a railing here instead, but you come into the base up here and then this is just going to spread out a little bit. This is going to spread out a little bit, and we're just going to have a small little base right in here, right? Maybe we'll use like the quarter ceilings and stuff just to make it a little interesting. Or hell, I just put the door right here and we'll make it a 2 by 3. I mean, we could do that. Actually, I'm kind of liking that. And then this is the ramp outside. You know what? We're going to keep it simple. That's how we're doing it. And you know what's going to happen, guys? In between episodes... I'm going to overthink this like crazy, and I'm going to come back with a million changes. But for right now, that's going to be our base. That's going to be our layout. I like that. Yeah, we're going to go with that. Now, what else do I need? I'm going to need these, but at the same time, I do need a lot more fiber. I'm actually really surprised that we don't have as much fiber. So that is a normal parasaur? Normal parasaur. What level are you? You do look really nice, but yeah, you're a normal one. 55. Okay. You know what I've always really wanted in a game like ARK? I've always wanted, I don't care what kind of creature it is. I don't care if it's a parasaur like this. I don't care if it's whatever. If I walk up to the kid, the parent should attack. It doesn't matter if they're naturally friendly or whatever. Parents should attack. You know what I mean? It just seems like that's silly. Wow, like, unless I punch this kid, you know, which, God, in context, that does not sound good. You know what I mean, though? Like, I think it should be like a parental protective thing that when you get close to the kid, doesn't matter what kind of creature it is, the parent should react negatively and should automatically turn aggressive. That would really make the game hard. But at the same time, it should be. Kids shouldn't be just being able to give it to you. Like, they shouldn't be a freebie. You know what it is? Because it's kind of that way right now in the game. I love the fact that we have the kids in the game. I think it really adds a lot of life to the game and everything, but hell, it's made prime meat so easy to get now. All you have to do is kill the parent, bowl the kid, and then just murder the kid. Again, not a great conversation in the wrong context, but I think you guys understand what I mean. Like, I don't know. I think that would add a lot more depth to the game, too. The fact that the parents would be a lot more protective of their kids. And maybe if, like, it's a specific type of creature that's in herds, kind of like a trike or a stego, maybe the whole herd reacts when you get close to the kids. The bison, that's a perfect example. Like, oh my God, that would be insane. That would turn the difficulty on this game up 10. And I would love that. It would be so, so frustrating. But it's kind of like, in order to claim a kid, it's got to be a really, really big kind of feat, right? And whether it's you need to maybe feed the kid berries and stuff to have the kid trust you. I'm kind of taking it off of, I'll admit, I'm kind of starting to take it into more of like the animated series vibe. If you guys remember, there was an episode where they needed to get stegos or something like that. And they basically got the kid to be friendly with them in order to kind of get the trust of the rest of the group. Kind of similar to that. I think that would be really, really interesting. In a way to possibly tame multiple stegos at once. Or maybe that's the perk. It's a lot tougher to do to get the trust of the kid, which will get you the trust of the herd. But the payout is huge. You get the entire herd at your disposal. Oh my God, that would be sick. Oh, that would be so cool. Oh, man. Anyways, let's get back to building here. I'm trying to keep you guys along for the ride. I know traditionally when I build, if I'm showing it off, of course, I do kind of make cuts here and there. Like, okay, step 1, this is what we're going to do. Step 2, you know, but we're in an early game here. Let's keep you guys along for the ride so you guys could see the amount of grinding and stuff that needs to be done to get this done. Even for a thatch structure, that's the crazy part. I know a lot of people aren't really in for the grinding experience. I completely understand that. I'm all for it. I love that part of the game, honestly. I love this early part where, let's be honest, we can build up this base. We can make this a nice little sanctuary for us, but the minute a raptor gets in this area, we're done. We literally have to start over. Like, and that's the part I love. Just that constant, like, what's that noise? What's that? Oh, God, I can't do that. Scouser's right underneath me, and he literally just went nuts. Because he heard me do, what's that? Oh, man. Yeah, he's been doing that lately. It's awesome, honestly. I really like that he's been doing that. It's a kind of interesting time in his life, right? So he is a little over 10 months now. He's getting close to 11 months, which is kind of, yeah, I know, you're getting to be a big boy. But he's at that stage where technically he's supposed to be kind of in his, I don't want to call it teenage rebellious stage, but like the stage where he doesn't really want to be too close to us and he wants to be out and about and exploring himself, right? And like, that's cool. That's what we're all for. Cynically, I kind of looked at it as, should I be able to get a lot more recording done? He has not done any of that yet. If anything, he's become more clingy to it. He is such a Velcro pup. I love him, but like, oh my God. I was kind of somewhat hoping for the stage, and now that it's here, it's like, I don't think he's gotten the memo yet that that's what he's supposed to be doing, if that makes sense. But anyways, maybe let's put a railing down. That's the fence foundation. Okay. With all these new thatch structures, it's like, all right, what piece am I even looking for now, you know? I need to try. I don't even know which piece it is. No, that's a quarter foundation, triangle ceiling, doorway, window, thatch ladder. Oh, that's kind of cool. We have a thatch ladder now. Quarter wall and railing. Perfect. Let's make that. And we're going to take this. Where'd he go? Oh, he's right behind me. I love how I literally just went on a thing like, I want him to be independent, and then the second I don't see him, where'd he go? Maybe I'm sending him mixed signals. That's probably why. Wow. I like these railings, guys. Oh, we are going to be loading the base with these. Oh, no. Uh-oh. We're going to have a decent amount here. Let's start with 2, 3, 4. Because I definitely want to put a couple, one here, one there, one here, one there. And then we'll figure out the rest of them. But for right now, yeah, give me those. Oh, they look so nice. Look at that. These might be the nicest railings that they've added to the game. I don't know if I like them here. If I'm going to be honest, let's get rid of them. But I do think... Oh my God, I'm kind of getting other ideas of what I want to do instead here to make it a little bit more creative. But for right now, this is what we're going to leave it at. And you know what? We'll probably go ahead and put a ramp down here. Yeah, we'll do that. And this is going to be our small little shack. Okay, cool. There's a bunch of things in my mind. Well, we should do this instead. We should do this instead. I'm not doing it. This will be a 9-hour video just trying to make a little base, and then I'm going to end up giving up and going back to square one. So let's just stick with square one. Let's just stick with square one, and let's get this done. All right. I want 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's what I want. That many. I also need a couple more of these. And let me go check on him, because I think he is jumping on the counter right now. Yeah, he just wanted to go outside. Okay, cool. All right. So let's get the building kind of set up here. I think this should be windows. I think this should be a normal door. I think... you can just be normal walls. I don't really see myself needing... but at the same time, it's like, really, do I need windows here? I feel... No, I'm going to stick to my guns. Let's just do this. I don't think I need walls here either. I don't think anything's coming in from this side that I necessarily need. And then we're good. I know it's really, really symmetrical and stuff, but for right now, it's fine. You know, we don't need anything too crazy. It's our first little base here. I could go ahead and kind of fill this in. Let me know what you guys think. Should I fill that in or leave it kind of... You know what? I kind of like it. I kind of prefer it. Yeah. I kind of prefer it sticking out of the water a little bit. It just would seem kind of silly. Yeah. All right. I think we already have a little bit of wood in here, so we can kind of continue. Yeah, we do. Perfect. All right. So we can kind of just continue going here. I want to make a ramp for the outside. I also want to make 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I also want to make 6 of these. 5, 6. And I also want to make a door. And do we want to do the window thing? We could do the window thing too. Cool. Okay, so that is pretty much the base. Now, granted, we have to go ahead and kind of fix up the interior, but I can barely move. By the way, I'm going to take the backpack off and put it back on again. Because normally... There we go. Okay, it's not the little black screen on there. Okay, cool. 3, 2... All right. So for the meantime, we'll put the heavy stuff away. But yeah, I think that's going to be our little shack. We could go ahead. I think I'm going to do that. We could go ahead and actually add more pillars to it, which I think we're going to do. You know what? Let's add the pillars. And, nah, I think we're okay. We're okay. This is ASA building. It's not ASE. I should be able to add pillars. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And ramp out here. And the idea is that when we bring the... Oh, by the way, I didn't even think about this. What if I can't break these rocks? I can. Okay, perfect. When we bring the whatchamacall through here, I feel like these should be windows too, now that I think about it. Yeah, let's make that change now. We'll make these windows. We'll make... You know what? If the base is going to be that symmetrical, we might as well go all out. All right, let's get the windows in. There we go. Let's get the window in. There we go. Perfect. But the idea is that once we do and once we can have a raft, the raft's going to kind of come in this way. We'll kind of unload and everything into the house, and then we can just go ahead and head back. And the black screen thing is back on the Clifton's backpacks. Ah, shoot. It's fine. It is what it is. But that's kind of the gist. This is going to be our little port. You know what I mean? And we'll kind of put some stuff in here. We'll put a bed. We'll put a... I realized I'm actually going to need a couple more things now. But that's okay. Now, windows, I want it facing that way, I believe, because now, yes, okay. I want the windows. So you want the arrow pointing up if you want the window to open up, if that makes sense. So they're going to open like that, and that's okay. That's fine. I never really use windows, if I'm going to be honest. But, yeah, we'll give them a shot. Why do they look a little bit different, though? Why does it look like... No, I guess that is the outside. It just looks kind of silly, doesn't it? All right, it is what it is. No big deal. All right, let's make 2 more windows. Then let's start looking through our other items that we can make and see what we need to make for this base. So I guess we'll kind of just take everything straight away. We're definitely going to need a bed. We're going to need thatch for a bed. Okay, so we might as well... That's probably the first thing that we need to do. We just need thatch in total, so you know what? Let's throw everything back in. Let's go on a little bit of a thatch spree here. But yeah, guys, the minute we get to level 20 and we're able to make a metal pick, oh my god, it's going to make life so much easier. Now, granted, if there were Mo shops in the area, I would 100% try to tame one of those. Just for gathering fiber, of course. They're really good with that. But just overall, I mean, even if you have a... And he is at the door. He has called for me, so I will be right back. You know what I really need to do when I am going ahead and checking up on him? I need to pause the game. This is the second time I've done that. Oh, no. Yeah, what if a Dillo came up in between that time? Oh, man. I mean, it's not like we don't have a spawn point literally right here, just a natural one, but still, you know, yeah. definitely need to get back in that mindset. I need to pause. Anyways, got a couple things here. We should be able to make the bed at this point. We should be able to make a couple of more. What else does this base need? Oh, we did say the pillars. Yeah, you know what? Let's not worry about the interior yet. Let's get the base all sorted. We got plenty of thatch at this point, so... Hey. Those are my headphones! He took my headphones. All right, let's make 3 of those. Let's make... What else do I want to make here? What did I say? Pillars. We can make 20. I don't need 20. We'll start with 5. And then I want to make a window. 2 windows. 2 windows? 1 window? 2 windows. All right. And then I think we're technically good. You know what? I'm going to probably make more than 5. I'm going to probably make closer to 10. You know what? I kind of almost just want to craft all at this point because I feel like I'm going to do... You know what? If we end up making more, we end up making more. Who cares? All right, and there we go. Okay, so just throw everything away here. Let's take that out. Put these guys away. All right, let's see what we can do with these pillars. I really like the pillars, if I'm going to be honest, and I think we can go ahead and go a little crazy with these guys. So I definitely want to have the pillars on each of the sides. I think also putting a pillar... Let's see how it looks with the pillars here, too. Just kind of like for the door. All right. And... By the way, that's what happens when I don't give him attention. He's such a spoiled brat. I love it. All right, yeah, I think we're going to do the bottom here, too. I think that's just going to... Oh, where did that one go? No. I think it just really adds a real nice trim onto this. Look at that. Yeah, that looks nice. We could still do it here. I don't know why it's not giving me... There we go. I was going to say, I don't know why it's not giving me the prompt for there. I want to pick you up, though. We don't need a thatch beam right in the middle. All right, let's keep going. There we go. Cool. All right. And across the... There we go. Tell me that was 19. Oh my god, I got that perfect. That's crazy. I don't know how I feel about these ones in the middle, but for now we're just going to leave them because I don't know where else we would end up putting them. So now we have the windows again, which, like I said, we're going to make sure it is facing up. Facing up. And did we get a door here yet? We did not. All right, well, we're almost there. There might be some cuts here and there because he's scratching at the floor and everything too, so. Oh my god. If you guys are curious what life is like with a 10-month-old pup. Anyways, let's keep going. But no, honestly, I know I talk that kind of game and everything, but nah, I could not imagine having a life without this pup. Oh my god. He's the best. He's annoying sometimes, but he's the best. But yeah, there we go. Got a decent amount of thatch. You know what? I'm going to run back at this point, too. I just want to make sure we possibly get this all done before nightfall. What else did I need to do here? Why did I need more thatch? What was I trying to do? He's now going after my oscillating fan. All right, the next thing I think I want to go for... Maybe storage? You know what? Let's throw everything inside. Because that's the thing. I'm kind of looking at it like, oh, we made a base. Now we can put a ton of storage in. We can do all that, but we're not even at that level yet in order to do that. So that doesn't look like that's going to be an option here. I think we're going to go ahead and just put the bed over here. Yeah, we'll kind of line it up as best we can. We'll kind of eyeball this. Not going to go too crazy. I think what we'll do is we'll put the... Actually, this is a perfect test. Let's get that campfire in there. Campfire has... Oh, it has some meat and everything in it too. Cool. All right. Because now we're on top of water, we saw in episode 1 that I wasn't able to light the campfire close to the water, but... Can I put the campfire kind of like here? And kind of my thought is, it's kind of like the old school days where you used to have the, I don't know why this comes to mind, during like revolutionary times that you used to have like that bedpan or whatever you want to call it. I know it's not called a bedpan, but like there was like this pan that you would put near your bed that was pretty much just filled with coals and like it was hot. Like hot coals in order to keep you warm at night. That's my version of it. Let's put the campfire there. Going really primitive with this series. All right, I guess I'm going to go ahead. Maybe it is best to just go ahead and make more storage boxes. Yeah, you know what? We'll do that. We'll make 3. That'll just get us a few... I was about to say the few levels. Yeah, okay. That might get us a level. Okay, I think it is going to get us a level. It's going to be really close. Nope, we're not going to get that level. Well, that's pretty much how the first, or how this episode, rather, has went, is, no, we're not going to get a level. There's your title. Let's throw you in there. No, you are... You go here. There we go. All right. I think what we'll do is maybe we are going to move the... You know what? I do have a better idea. Let's move you a little closer to this side. Let me see if I can put the storage boxes over here kind of in like a little bit of a pattern. Maybe like... one storage box here, one there, and then one on top of that, if it'll allow. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if I like it or not, but it's fine. No big deal. That's where we'll have our stuff for right now. It works. All right, we'll take you guys. Oops, we'll take you guys out. We'll put you away. And I can't move. Surprise, freaking surprise. There we go. I would put the campfires right at the front of the house here. That's usually what I end up doing, but they're not going to light here, I don't think. I mean, we'll put one down and test it. I just don't think they're going to light because we're this close to the water. I don't know if you guys saw it as we were walking there. We kind of made a little splash on top of it, so I don't think that's going to work. But if it does, then yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. All right, let's dedicate each storage box again. We're going to dedicate this one to the miscellaneous stuff. Maybe the top one here will be specifically materials, since we're at this point in the series. And then the other one is going to be consumables. But yeah, I think the base is coming along here. Starting to look pretty good. I wonder if we're at a mortar and pestle. If we are, then that makes things a lot easier for us. I'm going to put the 100 wood back for right now. And we can test out this campfire right now. I don't think it's going to work. If I'm going to be honest, I don't think it's going to work. It's not going to work. Okay. Kind of assumed so, but that's okay. Maybe instead of the campfire being here, maybe we'll kind of move them back to this corner. That's fine. We'll have 2 there. We got our... This is going to be materials. There we go. I don't even know if we need any more storage, honestly. I'm going to take them. But I don't know if we necessarily need these guys. Wait, if I grab from the bottom, I'm going to grab all 3? Oh, perfect. It's those little quality of life things from ASA that just, oh man, it's great. All right, I think I'm going to rinse and repeat on this side. So we're going to put a storage box there. We're going to put a second box there. And the third one is going to go there. And that's what we'll do for that corner. There we go. This corner, do we have access to a mortar and pestle? We do not? Oh, we do. Ooh, okay, you know what? If we can... No, not local pull. That's not what I wanted. By the way, if you guys are curious, this is part of the Vanilla with Sprinkles mod. I need 64 stone. Yeah, I kind of assumed we were going to need stone. Okay. That's fine. If we can get a mortar and pestle going, if we can get narcotics going, oh, that'd be great. And yeah, I know breaking these rocks down isn't the best because these are your river rocks. And it's better to do these with a pick, but it's fine. Maybe, no, I was thinking about putting railings here, but if the ship's coming up, yeah, no, that's not going to work. All right. Do we have enough stuff to make this mortar and pestle? I feel like we do. Watch. Not enough hide. Why didn't it work? Shouldn't it pull? I mean, we have... That's silly. Okay. Very silly. Maybe with the most recent update to the game... Maybe the mods have to be updated or something. I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I actually didn't check this morning. Probably should have done that before starting, but it is what it is. And we'll just put the mortar and pestle kind of right here. And that is going to go ahead and get us started on narcotics, which is going to be absolutely freaking huge. I'm going to take this wood out because actually at this point, I think I just want to get a ton of charcoal going here. We're not even close to even thinking about charcoal, but it's kind of good to have going in the background. It's kind of similar to like spark powder and all that kind of stuff. Just have that stuff going in the meantime. I think I'm going to break you down. Nah, we're okay. We're going to cook all this. Cook you. Cook you. Cook you. And cook you. But yeah, there's a lot of things that you want to just go ahead and start get going in early game. And that's like the spark powder, the gunpowder, and all that kind of stuff. Because once you do get to that point that you are able to do it, you've kind of already done the legwork, which is really nice. So that would be my massive recommendation. And then after that will be narcotics. And it's only going to be 17. It's not going to be anything crazy, but every little bit helps. We did get ourselves a level. Let's go ahead and put that into, you guessed it, weight. What do you need to make the upgrade station? The upgrade station might actually be a pretty good shout right now. And we might have the resources to pull that off. All right. We're missing stone. Shoot. No, we definitely have stone. Oh, wait, no. Duh, I just literally put the stone in. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, I think You know what? Let's take a second and look over all the mods that we have here. So the upgrade station should probably be something that we look into. And you know what? Even though we have a primitive metal hatchet, if we can go ahead and get the stone hatchet all the way to Ascendant, maybe that would be better than the primitive for right now. And we can just go Ascendant with the stone pick too, because why not? It's, it's not that big of a deal. And I can kind of show off the upgrade station. But you know what? I think for right now, guys, I'm also taking a second and just looking at the base here. I just kind of want to see if there's anything that we're missing. Oh, that's right. We're missing the door. We don't need a door on the outside here. I'm okay with keeping this open, if I'm going to be honest. But I think what we'll do is, guys, at the start of the next episode, we'll go ahead and check out the upgrade station. I'll kind of show off how that works if you guys aren't familiar with it. And I think that's where we'll continue the adventure from there. There is a dodo in the background. I'm going to bring you guys with me for a second here in case this is our first archaeology creature, or arkology creature. I'm going to probably say archaeology, which, whatever. But, oh my God, it's a 145 male. It's a male. It's fine. I'm getting rid of it. Sorry, guys. I know you might not be happy with this, but I'd rather take the XP. All right, well, guys, that is going to wrap up this episode. We got ourselves our first little shack here. I think it looks really, really nice. Right on the water here, the idea is, like I said, that once we get a raft, we're going to be able to kind of use this raft to get in and out, and this is going to be kind of like just a little port, just a little sea shanty area, you know, nothing too crazy, but I'm really happy with the progress that we made in this episode, and I hope you guys enjoy this one. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you'd like to show further support, I do have channel memberships if you're interested in that. I will mention right now that these videos, I'm doing my best to get them out to channel members first, so they'll get them whether it's a day or a couple hours earlier, depending on the recording, editing, and all that kind of stuff, and kind of my schedule, but they will get early access first. These will be out to the public, you know, at a later point. But if you guys want to join, check that out. They start at $1.99, and there might be something special coming for channel members only here in a little bit. So hint, hint, nudge, nudge. That's going to wrap up this episode, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you guys again for the 10,000 subscribers. Absolutely crazy. Really humbling that we're at this point. And, well, let's shoot for 25,000. How quickly are we going to get there? Now, I will see you all in the next one.